Hello everyone. Today I want to show you how can ChatGPT help us to write processing or p5.js code. In fact, ChatGPT, everyone is talking about it right now, can help you to write some visual output with processing. So let's see what it can do for us. Just typing write some processing code as generative art, and we will pass the output code in our processing editor and run the application. So if you have familiarity with processing, you will recognize all these classes and tags as setup, draw, and it's brilliant because you can just describe what you want to achieve with processing, and it will create some code for processing. We can translate it for p5.js, write it as p5.js, and it will translate all the previous code in p5.js. I prefer to use processing, but I think it's the same thing with p5.js. In fact, it says the code is mostly the same, but note that the use of create canvas instead of sites and the use of let instead of var. That's pretty fair. Okay, so let's run this code and see what it will show. Okay, nice. Some random lines generating through time. Very cool. So I have this interactive design in my mind and I will try to describe it to ChatGPT, and let's see what it will write for us. So write a code in processing with this feature. I will avoid to write canvas size background because I know how to write it in my processing code, so I will add the main feature of my interactive design. So write a code in processing with this feature. When I press my mouse, just create random shapes around my canvas. If I press X key, clear canvas. Add a feature of your will. Do your best. So let's see what it will bring to us. Okay, so it started writing, setting canvas size, the background color, no stroke for our shape, and if statement. So if mouse pressed, this will happen. Okay, now it's adding the key feature, X key feature. If I press X, my board will be cleared. And it's explaining to us what each line do. So let's copy this code and run it on our processing editor. If I click here, so many shapes. It's generating. Too much, right? Press X and everything is gone. Okay, very nice. And I don't want triangles or circle, I want just squares. So nice. And add these features. Okay, so here's a modified version of the code with the additional features. Okay, so this code generates num shapes, random blue shaded squares. It seems what we asked. So let's copy this code and run it on our editor. Okay, so if I click a lot of squares, it's generated. And if I press X, everything is cleared. Very trippy. And if we know if we have some processing or coding knowledge, we can just modify here. Here's my size value. In fact, if I set this to 10 and this to 50, and maybe the fill color, if you set this to 200 or this to 50, and remove no stroke, you can see you don't need to ask it again. Okay, so reset this no stroke and the other value. Okay, nice. So now the squares are generating randomly in our canvas, covering all the canvas. Okay, so reduce number of square. When I click and without rewrite all the code. No, it's rewriting all the code. Okay. Okay, so let's copy this code and run it. It a bit reduced. Maybe if we set this to 50 and this to 10. Okay, very cool. Now I will ask to ChatGPT to each squares should follow my cursor in a range of 50 pixels. So don't generate random squares around the canvas, but in a range of 50 pixels near my cursor, always randomly, and change squares in rectangles. Okay, this is the range we have specified here. Mouse X random, mouse Y random, and the rectangle. We didn't specify the minimum and maximum width and height of our rectangle. Let's see what these do. Okay, copy this and run it. Okay, I like it. I didn't expect this. What if I change this to 10? I see less squares, less shapes created. Is it right? Okay, so now let's modify this output code with some features. I forgot to specify that you should not rewrite all the code, but just the line that we desire to modify. But previously it didn't work. It worked in a previous test I did this morning, but if you just specify don't rewrite all the code, naturally it will output just the code you are interested. Okay, so we can take just this, maybe. Ignore this. Okay, network error, but let's see if this is changing something. Yes, my shapes, it's resized to our values. Okay. I'm just refreshing my tab. Cancel this or regenerate. Okay. Okay, now I want to add this feature based on fill and time. In fact, if I draw some rectangles on my canvas, the starting color should change in a loop. And let's see how we can say it. So nice, it works. I want to say to machine that it works, so it understand and will improve. I think it works in this way. I don't know. So let's try another feature. So each squares should not overlap each others or be next to each other. Be next, and each squares should be compiled, it's the correct verb, in a invisible grid. Squares should be 10 pixels, 20 pixels. Sides. Color should be random. Very random. Okay, let's copy this code. The grid system seems working. Let's see if it works. Oh, very cool. It generates so many squares in a single cell, and if you're moving, it generates more. So let's see if we can change some numbers here, like this, or like just that. Okay, so this is next to each other. Very cool. I will save this because I like it and I want to use in some design. So let's rename it in grid random color. I will understand in future or not, who knows. Okay, grid random color, it's okay. Let's try to generate some lines. So I have this interactive design in my mind. I will show you with maybe paint online. Is paint online a real thing? Okay, so this is clearly better than processing. Okay, so I will explain you my design. If I press here, many lines should start to grow in a different sides, and if I hold my click, all these lines should be longer. Okay, and if I stop, it will stop growing. And if I click here, all the lines should be starting rowing in random way. Okay. I don't know how to say it to machine, but let's start to describe. Okay, now I'm not on Paint, so I have just to close my tab. So write a new design, interactive design in processing with these features. If I click on canvas, it will create some line starting rowing from my cursor point. Each line should be in different length, different starting length. If I hold my mouse, each line should grow, slowly grow. If I release my mouse, each line should stop growing. All the lines path should be 3 pixels thick and red. Oh, each lines will grow 2 pixels per frame, so it seems working. Let's see if it does in real life. Okay, so if I click on my canvas, I was not expecting this, but I find it cool. But I've seen this starting rowing at the start. Okay, so when I removed my X feature, okay, nice, but not what I was expecting. I will explain me better. It makes sense, I don't know. Let's see if something changed. Okay, there is P involved, so things are getting serious right now. Okay, I trust you. It's convincing, so I will just try this code. Not what I was expecting, but a cool effect. I just have to remember to add again my X feature. I have to admit that this is cool. I forgot to add my X feature. Maybe I can recycle from my previous code. Yes, it's working. Cool. Oh no, network error. Okay, so using terms like explosion was not at the end a bad idea because it understood what I was trying to explain in a technical language. So It's really powerful. It's natural language style. It's impressive. Okay, so let's see if this works. Okay. Sorry, I was just tripping. It works, but it has some limits with the 20 4 pixels and maximum. Let's set this to 10 and this to 200. Yeah, it's working. Very cool. Each lines, it's not the same length at the beginning. Oh, I forgot my X feature. I will take it here. Yeah, some fine tuning should be cool. And maybe the stroke color should be modified, but it's okay. It was kind of what I was expecting. Very cool. I want to show you just a few examples with letters and minigame. Yeah, processing can write some minigame for us. But first, let's see how it can generate design with letters. So I have this font and I want to use in my design. So if I open this, it was a test I did yesterday, but not working as I was expecting. So write a new interactive design with these features. If I hold my mouse, it should generate random letters around my canvas. I use a custom font in the root folder called each letters should be different size, mean 20 pixels and max 100 pixels. Each letters should be gray shades and random opacity, mean 0.3 and max 0.9. Okay, so let's see what it will write for us, if it will implement our custom font. Yeah. I don't know if it will import this. It's very simple for him or her or him or they, I don't know. Okay, this code generates random letters, capital letters to A to Z, around the canvas when mouse is pressed. The font used is the custom font. Oh, low charge, nice. Okay, seems what we have asked. Let's see if it works. Nothing seems to. Oh, let's remove the opacity. Yes, it works with our custom font. Very cool. This is a old-fashioned matrix, I think. Okay, generate. Nice, it works. Approval, you need approval for working better, right? So it works. Reduce number of letters generated while I'm holding my mouse, and use small caps. Is it right? Small caps letters too. Use just black color for each letters. I want to change the size of font, but I can do it alone. I don't need you machine for this simple task, I'm sorry. Use just black colors for each letters, and if I press X, clear my canvas. So I think I can. Okay, this is the value of our font size. Yes. So if I set this to 10 and this to 20, 50. Very cool. Old-fashioned metrics for me. Let's see if it works. Let's paste it there. No, it's following my mouse. Why? The X is not working. The previous X, it was working. So generate just less letters on my canvas without following my cursor. Fix the X features that erase all letters. I'm too lazy to take back my previous code. Okay, so let's see if this will fix our previous problem. Okay, it's creating randomly, but not at our click. I don't want to fix it right now, but I think it will works. Very small letter. Yeah, cool. Okay, so too many things. Processing could be funny sometimes. In fact, we can generate some random minigame. I will show you right now. Cool. Write minigame in processing where I have to take a ball running through my canvas, and if I click on it, I will score a point. A simple ball game that's that's what it's for you, not for me. Maybe it's not so simple. Okay, it finished. So let's copy this. Let's run it. So if I take the ball, nothing happens. Not working. So okay, write a mini game in processing. Write just what you want. I've tested this before and it was working, but now okay, so it's a paddle game. Sides of the ball, the paddle. Okay, seems cool. I've seen someone on YouTube that write a real engine game, so I think it will simple for ChatGPT. Okay, let's copy this code and let's play this awesome game. Oh no, game over. Nice. Okay, so this is the first game of humanity in processing. And I lost at it. Okay, cool. This is what you can do with ChatGPT and processing. Very brilliant and impressive for something. And sometimes you have to describe really in tiny details each feature, but it's so powerful and I want to work with it in my personal projects in the future. Bonus design, it's something really funny. Throw a random emoji in processing. Nope, that's not what I asked. I want you to draw it. Right. Throw a random emoji and draw the sunglasses emoji in processing using shapes. Okay, nice. You're not cheating right now. So this is the face. Let's see if it works. Not quite at all. That's not my emoji. That's not an emoji at all. Draw the yellow emoji with sunglasses with processing. Yellow smiling emoji with sunglasses with processing. I was testing it yesterday and was commenting all the shapes, like this is the face, this is the mouth. Maybe today is not inspired, I don't know. Okay, this is the smile. This arc is clearly the smile. Okay, so let's copy this. Yeah, that's the most ugly emoji I've ever seen, but it's something.